Hi, everybody. I'm happy to see you today. Welcome. Today, you're going to peer review one another's essays. So I am still in the process of reading your essays. Specific form you're going to fill out. And you need to have it filled out so you can submit it to UT. So we're going to go over how to do all of that, and then I'm going to turn you guys loose to do the actual work of peer review, okay? I have a couple of students who have still not submitted their essays. For those of you who have not submitted your essays, I've put you guys in a group together. So as soon as you get your essays done, you'll be able to send it out and peer review, okay? There is also a group of 3, and so you students will have to share with each other. I believe that that's Oscar, Jocelyn, and Marquise. So Marquise, you can give yours to Oscar. Oscar, you can give yours to Jocelyn. Jocelyn, you can give yours to Marquise, or however you 3 decide to do it. But somehow everybody needs to get their essay read, okay? All right, we'll talk more about that shortly. Let's go ahead and start with class today. Okay, so first off, just let me say good work. I know that this is a hard thing you're doing. I know that this class is hard, and you are writing in a style you are not used to. I understand that. But you can do hard things. You are doing them right now, okay? First thing I want you guys to do is I want you to see your feedback from the UT professor, okay? So here we go. I am dropping the link into our chat. You are to log on to Canvas. When you get into Canvas, you will see a dashboard. Let me share with y'all what that looks like. Okay, so here's your dashboard. You need to go into the college class. I just went into the high school class because I do not have the college class. When you get into the college class, you will see a bunch of tiles that look like this. You need to go into the second tile and click on your submission for formal research summary. When you're in there, you'll be able to access the rubric that tells you how you scored and gives you some feedback, okay? So go ahead and pull that up now so you can see how you scored and why you scored. If you haven't already looked at that, I'll give you a minute or so to do that. Okay. So go to, I think it says dashboard, it's right above where you are. And then, I guess courses would be like dashboard. And so you want that's really weird how that's supposed to look. Yeah, it changed like a couple of days. Well, I just like that. I'm trying to go back to courses. This is not how that is supposed to look. Okay, you want to go into ensure the rhetoric to college, yeah. That's here. Okay, and if you scroll down, you'll see all those tiles, right? And you want to just click into the one that says research. And you are able to view the rubric evaluation. And then when you scroll down to the rubric, it'll tell you, like, you scored here, and it might give you some reasons as why. That's cool. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. Chloe, you do. It is a rough draft, but we are out of time as far as revising. You are submitting to UT on Thursday. I have asked them to extend it until Friday since I'm not going to see you on Thursday. And I'm not available to talk to you because I'm giving a test. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. Hopefully they'll let us have it till Friday, but either way, it's due in 2 or 3 days. One of those two. So you have to have somebody peer review it today. You don't have more time. Okay? You're not submitting it to UT and you can still make all sorts of changes. That's why we're peer reviewing today, so that you get some feedback that you can incorporate into your paper.
I saw on Canvas that it's due on Friday.
Yay! Good. So we have an extra 24 hours. That's wonderful news. That means I have an email somewhere that I haven't checked. Okay, nobody is doomed, Chloe. We're going to turn in whatever we've got and get whatever points we can. So, and we're still working on it. I think that we still have plenty of time, okay? All right, here's our objective today. We are going to peer review a classmate's paper. It's 10 points of your UT grade, okay? And what you're going to have to turn in is the peer review that you complete on somebody else's paper, the peer review somebody did of your paper, and your paper itself. So when you submit, you're going to submit 3 things, all 3 of those. The peer review you did, the peer review somebody else did, and the paper itself, okay? So here's how the peer review is going to work. If you, well, I've already assigned everybody a partner. You're going to read their paper, fill out the worksheet. You're going to send your classmate the completed worksheet because they have to upload it. You're going to save a copy yourself because you have to upload it. And you're going to submit in Google Classroom so I can give you a grade on it. Your partners are James and Trishala, Alyssa and Bill, Miranda and Kennedy, Chloe and Davion, and Oscar, Marquise, and Jocelyn. Okay? I did a random partner generator, and this is how it broke down. So there you go. Okay, so again, Oscar, Marquise, and Jocelyn, you guys can figure out how you want to submit. I suggest Oscar gives to Marquise, Marquise gives to Jocelyn, Jocelyn gives to Oscar. So Oscar to Marquise, Marquise to Jocelyn, Jocelyn to Oscar. That's my suggestion. Okay, here's how you're going to do it. First, you're going to convert your Word document into a PDF. Do not share your document with your classmates. They can accidentally delete from your paper and you can't get it back. Do not do that. Make it a PDF. They just need to be able to see it. They do not need to be able to edit it. Are you with me? Okay. Here's how you do that. You go into the document, click File, come down to Download, and pick PDF document. Then you have a hard copy of the paper that you can share. Again, you go to File, come down to Download, and select PDF document. If you have already submitted your paper, you'll just unsubmit it and do that, and then resubmit it again, because I'm still working through those papers. I'm doing something else while you're doing this peer review. Then you will email that paper to your partner. If you go to your student email, and in 2 cases, I had your private email. I think Davion and James, I had your Gmail. I have sent an email to you. It's to you and your partner, and it says, hey, guess what? You're editing each other's papers. Reply all and submit your paper here, okay? So you'll send them the paper. Then you'll go into Google Classroom, and in Google Classroom, you'll go to Classwork, and under Mapping a Controversy, you have Peer Review. Here, you have two documents. You can either use the Word document or the Google Doc. I do not care which one you use whichever one you're most comfortable with, okay? And then this is where you submit it to me, make your own copy of it, send a copy to your partner, okay? If you look at this peer review document, it is asking you some specific questions about the paper. What's their main claim? What's their thesis? What's the controversy? Where does the author explain the viewpoints and how they differ? Does the writer integrate textual evidence well? Okay. So it's asking you some questions. You are to answer these questions for a grade, but be kind to one another. Everybody is working hard, and these papers are in different stages. Just answer the questions as best you can because that's what you're going to be scored on, all right? Your goal is to help your classmate improve. So if they don't have a thesis that you can find, tell them that. I can't find your thesis. And then they will know they need to make their thesis more clear or they need to have one. Yes, James, it's okay if it isn't done right now. You're still going to submit to your partner so they've got something to work with, okay? Or set up with your partner when you can switch. Like, it's not done now, but I'll have it to you tonight because their grade depends on your paper. So, and you've got, you know, not a lot of time left to get the whole thing in. So just remember that.
Wait, I'm
Okay.
so confused. How are we like, so on King's Head,
You muted yourself, honey. How are we what?
like, wait, so can you repeat what you just said, like the last few parts about how we're supposed to look at each other's papers?
Yes. You're going to email it to your partner.
Oh, okay, that's it. That's all I needed.
Okay. You're going to convert it to a PDF file. Then you're going to email that to your partner. In our email, I have already emailed you guys. If we look at email, at sent items, okay, this is my email, and you can see, here's Miranda and Kennedy's. Hi guys, you'll be reviewing one another's essay. I misspelled that, it says on another's. It should be one another's essay. You may reply all to this email to send your papers. So they'll select this double arrow, which is reply all, and now that's going to Miranda and Kennedy, right? And then they will come down to the paperclip and they will attach the PDF, okay? And then their partner will have their essay to read. All right, your partner just needs the essay to read so they can fill out that form. They must do this. Everybody must peer edit somebody else's paper and have their paper peer edited, okay? That is 10 points of that UT grade. So then when you get your feedback from your classmate, you can revise your own paper before we turn it in. So you'll have their suggestions about what they could find, what they couldn't find, and then you'll have my suggestions on your paper, and then you can revise, and we have until Friday at 9 to submit. Let me check and see what questions I have. So it's okay that the paper isn't done, but you need to go ahead and make it a PDF and send it to your partner so they've got something to work with. Or make arrangements with them to get it to them as soon as possible. We're still revising. Remember that writing process? We draft, we revise, we draft, we revise. So UT expects some changes here. Before I let you do this, we have to talk about two things I'm noticing in your papers. One is in-text citation. Some of us aren't citing our sources. You still must continue to cite everything just like you did in the last paper. But because this paper has a lot of different sources, you have to distinguish which source gave you the information. So you'll put that source's last name in parentheses. So it would say Richie. If you happen to know the page number, if you didn't get it online, if it was a PDF or something, you've got the page number, you'll add the page number where you found the information. So it'd be Richie 22. Most of our sources are electronic, so you're just going to use the last name of the writer. If you need more information, you're going to go to Purdue OWL. I have a link to Purdue OWL in our Google Classroom. If you go to classwork and you go to handouts for mapping a controversy, here is the MLA formatting and style guide by Purdue OWL. So you can go there and that has everything you need to know about formatting a paper. The other thing that's missing, and I'd say only 1/3 of the papers I've read have this access and ability statement. You have to talk about both. And we did that access and ability statement. It is in our classroom under ability and access question. I need to know if these groups are being denied access to something that they need and how this lack of access removes the ability to do something they think that they should be able to do. Okay, you've got to explain that in your paper. So I'm looking for you to copy and paste that sentence or some version of it in your paper. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Where in the essay do we put this? I would put it in the introduction, James, because you're introducing the topic, right? Here's the history of the topic. Here is the kind of thesis where the points disagree. Here's why this topic deals with ability and access. Or maybe I'd put why this topic deals with ability and access and then where it disagrees. I think that'd be appropriate in the introduction. Okay, I'm throwing a lot at you today. What you have to do is peer review your partner's paper. That is problem number one. If you guys would like to talk to each other, you can swap phone numbers, swap Snapchat IDs, whatever you need to, whatever platform you feel comfortable talking, that's fine with me. If you want me to put you in a breakout room with your partner, I can do that too.
Miss?
Yep.
So can I like summarize everything what you just said right now? So we're gonna send each other our essays, right?
Yes.
And then we're gonna read it, and then we're gonna do the PDF form.
You are going to do, it's not a PDF, it's either a Google Doc or the Word doc. They're the same thing.
Yeah.
And they are under peer review. So you need to fill out one of those two things.
Okay, and then we turn that in?
And then you do three things with it. One, you turn it into Google Classroom. Two, you make a copy of it. You have to upload that to UT to show you did a peer review. And three, you have to send it to your partner. They have to upload it to show their paper has been peer reviewed.
Oh.
So when you submit to UT, you're actually going to submit three things: your essay, your peer review that you did, and the peer review a classmate did for you.
Okay.
Okay, so all that's getting submitted. The PDF, you're going to turn your essay into a PDF so that your classmate cannot accidentally delete anything.
Okay.
And the way you do that is you go to File, Download, PDF, and it'll turn your essay into a PDF. Your essay is still a Google Doc, it's just creating a PDF at the same time.
Okay.
That you can send. Okay. I am here to answer questions, to whatever, if you need support. But I'm going to mute myself and let you guys peer edit. It's like a 4-page peer editing document. So I'm giving you today to do that, okay? And yeah, so if you've got questions, unmute yourself and talk to me. Otherwise, go forth, peer edit, see what you learn, be kind to one another. That's it.